Oh yes, many, many people will love the New World Order and the New World Religion and the new world of entertainment that will be erected in place of the old Roman circus in order to keep the populace entertained and diverted. Mindless libraries will be filled with the new history books and the new politically correct dogma of the new politically correct world and the new politically correct religion. And everywhere you look, you will see the symbols of the generative force, the phallus of Osiris, the representation of the old god of Babylon, Baal, Nimrod. ISIS will be everywhere. You see, for Osiris is the doctrine, Isis is the church, Horus is the great body of initiates that will rule you. They call themselves wolves. And of course, dear listeners, you are the sheep, the legal and lawful prey of the wolves. A nation or world of people who will not use their intelligence are no better than animals who do not have intelligence. Such people are beasts of burden, and yes, stakes on the table by choice and consent. If we didn't love you here, we would not say these things to you. Please wake up. Good night, and God bless you all.
And that was made in the mid-90s, before ISIS was even thought about, heard about, thought up, whatever. And he was already telling you ISIS was coming into the future. And then he was murdered. Look him up. He's a great patriot, gives a lot of information, and you should be checking out some of his work, read some of the things he's talked about, because a lot of the things he's talked about in the 80s and 90s before he was murdered just after 9/11 by the FBI has come true now, and it's out in the open, and it's 25 years later, 30 years later. What was debatable and called lunatic and conspiracy back in the 1980s and 1990s and 2022 has all come true, right? So you can see the government's taken over. They're authoritarian in nature, right? Your rights have been stripped away. You should check that out. Now, here's what's up next on Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, another exciting episode. The Bitcoin, the XRP on the pump, and what's going on, and the new pattern that Vincenzo's diagnosed, sniffed out, detected. Let's Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, computer software trading, probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source for blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency sphere, as that's right, old Vincenzo's brought truth and, most importantly, integrity back into the trading sphere, right? And if we get moving along with your quick morning update, you can see the old Bitcoin. We know where we're at in the daily. Let's go to the 4 hourly that I like so much, or the 3 hourly. Let's click this. Come on, click, click, bam, click, click, boom. But you can see what we got going on here real quick as I make some coffee and print some things out. We're at this lower support that we talked about this morning. You can see we got your upper resistance. Yeah, I don't like that. I like the green. You got your upper resistance, right? Square that up a little bit. Upper resistance around 45,487. Upper resistance around 48,744 because it's uptrending. And then uptrending lower support. Support about second time about 35,850. Then support again, then 39,408 because it's uptrending. And you can see the pattern's been: you buy support, you sell resistance, you buy support, you sell resistance, you buy support, you sell resistance. Now it came down, got supported, pumped up to the 50, like it likes to do, got rejected, came back for a nice little attempting double bottom. And if you could trade back up, your first overhead target would be this 200-day moving average, right, at 44,690. But as you do know, what the dangerous part about this is, eventually this pattern's got to break. Does it have to break now? No. Does it have to break sooner or later? Yes. And you say, well, Vincenzo, what would the breakdown target be? Well, I got the answer for you. That's a great question, beautiful subscriber. What the breakdown target was, and another question is, how do you do the targeted move? Well, I'll answer that for you too right now. The targeted move would be your mountain double top. It looks like an M double topping reversal pattern, a mountain double top, right? You go from the top of the last move to the bottom. Here's your flagpole. You see that? And then it's trading up and sideways, as you know from our technical analysis, after a big move up or a big move down. A big move down, an up and sideways consolidation is very bearish, right? It's going to turn over on after the consolidation. Now, a down and sideways would be bullish, right, on a fall. So this is a bear flag, and you go from the top to the bottom of the pole, and then you bring it to the point of breakout, and it gives you your targeted move all the way down here at $21,176, and conveniently enough, 69 cents, right? And that's on our way down towards our late 2022 target of 13,336. It was at a 69.69% chance of happening. It's been smacked and bullseyed, upgraded to a 76.66% chance, and we made that upgrade when the price was up there on this recent pump, right? When it got all the way up here, we got even more confident, and eventually you're going to break. And is this the time it's going to break? Could. So we're going to have to continue to watch out for that, because that's what happens. Your first move down would be down to this blue ring at the 2.618 Fibonacci, and that would be at 35,350, and then you would straddle that, get some support and resistance, and then make your next full lateral flush down, right? So we got to pay attention for that, because there's a lot of things that are going to be happening in the coins as the summertime heats up. The traders start getting their nervous, and as the temperatures rise outside, it makes them do irrational things. And I believe the irrational move this year, unlike last year where the irrational move is to the upside, I think this year the irrational move is going to be to the liquidation side, and panic and fear and despair is going to set in, and people are going to be getting margin called after margin called. As there's lots of margin, people are levered to the hills in crypto especially, and as these prices start to continue to fall, they continue to get farther and farther out of the money, and it continues to put more pressure on them to either deposit more money to cover their margin calls, or sell out outright, or keep holding, going lower and lower until the eventual liquidation. And I think that's what this summer and late fall is going to be all about. As we head into the winter time, it's not only going to be the winter time in 2022, it's going to be entering into a deep despair crypto winter, right? So that's what I got going on. That's what I'm seeing. The XRP, as we talked about, did pump up and hit this upper resistance in the hour time frame. Look at that. Came up beautifully. See where we marked that down? And we were talking about that when it was down here yesterday. When we seen this consolidation, we said often but not always it likes to come up and consolidate, and you can see, look at that, it pumped right up into it, sold off, and now it's had a nice consolidation right below it, and this almost looks like a nice little mini bull flag where your targeted move would be from the bottom to the top, to the point of a breakout, which is at 77 cents, and that's how you would get all the way up to that 88 cents. And it just lines up beautifully when you understand the technical analysis and what you're looking at. You see how things start to line up just on that beautiful pump and consolidation, and that's why we had the yellow line that we just deleted, because this pattern does not have to be completed. You can see we can continue in this symmetrical triangle all the way until, look at down there, May 20th, but more likely May 15th, so another month, not until mid-May, right? So this would make more than sense to pump all the way back up here when everyone thought it was going to continue to crash. That's why we warned about it down here, that you could come up and retest, and then we showed you the lesser chance, but it's still possible, how you could get up here, right? And now it's forming this consolidation, so that's what I'd be watching out for on a potential pump from where you're at now, a potential another 14% move in XRP. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.